So all of a sudden you receive a phone call or a text message that says, I missed you. Then sudden silence. Or for some reason the text conversation turns out a little bit awkward. And you have a feeling why it actually did. But we're going to talk about that today. Welcome to Let's Just Stare At. This is Melissa, Tara's mom. And you're going to be able to find this video under the playlist Mental Health. We have a whole bunch of videos there that are super amazing and super special and that I think you'll find really valuable. So go ahead and check out the link to that playlist in the description below once you're done watching this video. So why do people tell you they miss you, but you know they don't really mean it, or you know they actually don't really do anything about it? Disclaimer. This video is only for entertainment purposes only. No professional advice, no mental health professional advice, no medical advice, no financial advice, no legal advice whatsoever. So you have a feeling that the nature of this message is actually not genuine, and it actually sounds like they're being hypocrite, or maybe they're just saying it just to say it. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you're actually right. There's nothing wrong with those feelings that you're having right now, and they're valid. And if you're having those feelings, it's actually for a reason. It's not because you're just making it up. See, some people want to make sure that they are able to offer a certain control, or actually have that certain control, and that's narcissism. Okay, if they don't have that control, they go insane. So what happens is that they try to enhance their low earth efforts by manipulating you with their vague words. And as it turns out, they don't really do anything about it. And I know that sometimes this can turn really hard because sometimes you really crave to have that connection, whether it's with a relative, a longtime friend, or an actual relationship partner, or even a spouse. However, you know that you may be actually being manipulated, and you know that it is not right. So that's exactly what they want to do. They want to manipulate you. They want to make sure that you are still in that little bubble, and they can do as they want. And then as soon as they say that they miss you, they feel this relief internally because they think that you actually believe it. But we have had our weak moments where we want to believe those people. So we actually feel like maybe we have to believe them, so we force ourselves to do so. And you know what happens? What happens is that once you are being manipulated, you feel helpless. You actually feel that you're always in the wrong. They make you feel that way. They might make you feel like you can't really defend yourself. But let me tell you, age will bring wisdom to you. Just give it some time. And trust me, after you're done watching this video, you're going to feel a whole different about it. So if you know that they're not really being genuine about it, should you say, I miss you back? Or should you just not say anything at all? And I know it might feel a little bit scary to not say anything at all. But if you know they're not being genuine, don't be afraid to not say it back. I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually not sound disrespectful for being like this. If for some reason after that they call you ungrateful, that is one of the biggest traits of a narcissist. You're going to have to draw a huge boundary between you and that person, because a lot of the times the people that tell you that, turns out they did help you a little bit in the spare of a moment, but just so that they can say that to people out there, so that people don't say, hey, you didn't do anything about it, they just did the bare minimum. But did that actually help when it comes to the closeness between you and that person. That action, short action that they made, actually demonstrated that they made any efforts to actually spend time with you, or maybe your kids, or whoever is in your closest circle in your household. If you're here, probably not, right? So I have a video for that. When somebody calls you ungrateful, go ahead and check it out in the link below. Once you're done watching this video, go ahead and go over there. You're going to feel so much better about what's happening. And you're going to be able to know also what to do. Remember, if you already feel like they are undeserving of getting an I miss you back, don't do it. Because if you do, you're going to be feeding their ego even more, and it's going to be much, much worse. Now, I'm not asking you to be disrespectful to this person, but you're going to be wise about your words, and you're going to establish your point. And then if at that point they try to tell you that you're trying to start an argument, just do not reply or stay silent. If you are in a phone call, or say you actually have to go, something important came up. Let's do a small dramatization of what would happen and what you would do. For example, oh, I miss you, or I miss you guys. You're going to say back to them, and let me remind you, keep it short and concise. Just say something like, well, we're always here, or I am always here, or I'm always available, and that's it. Keep it very short. And this is the situation. Let me clarify. This is a situation whereas a person has really not put efforts ever whatsoever, and aside from relationships, like romantic relationships, or family distant relationships, if it's for example, a parent and child relationship, if there is parental alienation involved, then that's something different. Okay, don't blame either of the parties, because parental alienation is something very serious and very different, and there is a video about that I made also. The link is going to be below. So going back, you tell them, yeah, we're available here, and that person already knows that they have not made any efforts in long months, even in long years, and that's actually really tough. So they might say something like, well, I'm always busy, or I'm over here too. That is extreme manipulation coming from a narcissist. They want to guilt trip you. Don't fall for it, but stay respectful. This is how you're going to respond. Think about one of the things they have replaced you and your circle around you with, or if it's just you, just apply it to yourself. Or if it's you and your kids, then apply it to you and your kids. Find something that that person has replaced you and them with, and say something like this. For example, somewhere along these lines, you say, well, I wish we could do these things, those things. But anyways, our doors are always open. Keep it nice, short, non-disrespectful. Don't make it sound like, sarcastic. Just short and neutral. That's going to make that narcissist's blood boil. But they already know, or that lets them know, that they cannot manipulate you anymore. Then after this, they're gonna keep going with their text, or the things that they're going to say over the phone, trying to get the credit and trying to find the main excuse not to want to be around you. They want to make sure that the words that they said in the very beginning are and will stay valid. Just keep thinking about other things to say, but keep it short, concise, and respectful. Sometimes they will actually try to say that you're starting to argue, but no, just keep short, nice, respectful, establish your point, and if they start yelling or getting aggressive about it, hang up, stop texting. Now, if, for example, this is a romantic relationship or a marriage situation, you would really have to think about what's going to happen next. I cannot give you professional advice, but if it's in my case, if it's me, I would get out of that situation quickly. If it is me and a relative, I would definitely, in my opinion, continue to keep those bridges burned down, because all they're doing is trying to find the credit and trying to manipulate you, and that is unfair for you. You do not deserve that. You need to love yourself. Once you keep it nice, short, and respectful, they're going to realize they can't manipulate you anymore. They're also going to realize that you have become wiser, you have become smarter, you have become more aware. I really want to thank you for hanging out with me today. If you found this video interesting and valuable, if you like it helped you, I would love for you to hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thank you and have a good day.